Well, okay, this is my last video for today about books, resources that I have. Um, and it's going to be about Dick Sutphen, who most of you have never heard of. I just have a few books. There's just a couple books, so it's not going to be very long, but this is one of his most famous ones. Let me see here. Copyright 1978 was when this first came out. Past lives, future loves. Actually, well, there's one that came out before that. I'm doing them not in the right order. Let me look at the other one. Let me put them back. '76. There you go. A year after I graduated from high school. Okay. You were born again to be together. Documented cases of reincarnation that prove love is immortal. Now, Dick Sutphen, when we're talking, like I said, back 1976, he was doing this. He was the first that was using hypnosis to explore past lives with groups, and really got into a lot of that stuff, and uh, going on through hypnosis, uh, exploring past lives. Nowadays, you're going to find probably much more of this, but in the beginning, he was the only one doing it. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that men and women who are together in this lifetime have been together before. So says Dick Sutphen, a psychic researcher who uses regressive hypnosis to take people into their past lives. These true stories of lovers reunited across the barriers of mortal time are only a fraction of those he has compiled over the last 4 years. They are word for word transcriptions of tape recordings of actual hypnotic regressions. You will meet Jane and Don, who were drawn together recently to experience their fourth lifetime together. The prominent Arizonian who met his present wife when he was a master pottery maker in ancient Etruria, the famous American artist who in a former life was Adolphe Adam, creator of the ballet Gazelle. Enter now the world of love eternal and rejoice at the amazing powers of the human spirit. In my early time, like I said, came out a year after I graduated from high school. Dick Sutphen was perhaps the most powerful influence in my life, and over the years I spent over $1,000 on books and tapes. I even took a seminar on a hypnosis training seminar to, where I was taught about learning how to be a hypnotist, a trainer, and doing those things, the skills that I use. And when I create meditations to listen to, I'm still using a lot of the skills that I got from Dick Sutphen. Not only that, well, I'm not gonna jump through more of that. I'll get to that later. Let's just scan a little bit here, see what it's like. So this is pretty much just transcripts from uh, hypnosis sessions, and going back to to find out the hidden core of problems within relationships, finding out some of these problems actually stem from past lives. Now, you're going to find a lot of books out there about past lives or whatever. So here's the second one he had. This was actually with a different wife. Renowned psychic researcher Dick Sutphen has helped thousands explore their past lives. Through the fascinating technique of regressive hypnosis, men and women have examined past life relationships, reliving conflicts and joys, discovering how their past incarnations affect their present lives and how they can erase negative karma and release their highest potential. Here are the stunning transcripts of past life regressions to the lost continent of Atlantis, an ancient Mexican temple, an early American log cabin, and more. Here too are the records of amazing parallel life seminars in which subjects under hypnosis found parallel lives living at the same time in other countries or visited unique worlds that may exist in an alternate reality. Let Dick Sutphen show you how to transcend external influences through self-hypnosis, how to channel enlightenment from your higher self, expand your cosmic awareness, and enter a new age of harmony and love. Now I'm going to come right on and I'm going to say something. I believe in reincarnation. I do believe I know who I was in at least my last reincarnation. And I've been married twice. Actually, I married one wife twice. So I've been married 3 times. And every relationship that I've been in, every important relationship that I've been in, I believe was a resolution of karma from a past life, that I knew this person in a past life and that we had some unfinished business to deal with. And we're working through that. And I think it's time to say that there's these people who don't believe in spirit, they don't believe in God, they don't believe in spirituality, they don't believe in the soul, they don't believe in past lives, they don't believe in paranormal activity. And it is time to just give them the finger, because those things exist. And I've had a lot of experience with those things, so that's not a questionable area in my life. Now, Dick Sutphen also pioneered self-empowerment. And if you're familiar with some of the oak material that I've written over the years, I took a lot of material that he wrote and included my version of it in my own material, because it's simply the truth. It's true. And it's some of the most powerful self-empowerment material that I have ever personally run across. Let's see if I can find something short here. Here's some just transcripts from seminars. I can't stand this. You're shooting down our ideals. An ideal is a concept, John. Show me an ideal. Attempt to experience an ideal. You can't. An ideal is a belief that clouds reality. People's lives don't work because they run around with their heads in the clouds, wanting things to be the way they want them to be, instead of accepting reality as it is and using that as a basis for life. training. My life works. Does it really work? Does it really, John? This training is for people who want their lives to begin to work. Interesting that you are here when yours is already working so well. Is your marriage really happy and are you fulfilled in your career? Be straight, John. No, but I don't think anyone else experiences that either. You just made my point, John. Your life didn't work, and neither do the lives of most people. By the way, there are plenty of people who do have extremely happy marriages and experience fulfillment in their careers. Let's get back to selflessness, John. I think that is what you got stuck on in the first place. And it goes on, and it's challenging people about why their lives are not the way they want them to be. Another example here, you talked about the fact that many people agreeing that something is wrong doesn't make it wrong. It only makes it what we call wrong, that it doesn't change what it is. Yes. Well, what about choosing to experience something? I don't know if I can say this. Okay, well, and on and on. Very small but very powerful book that I've pretty much taken all of. The same thing with this book, Assertiveness Training and How to Instantly Read People. Powerful techniques to stop people from manipulating you and to get what you want in life. Includes a short course in body language, somatotyping, and face reading to assist you to accurately analyze people upon meeting them in life. Like I said, you're going to find all of this stuff in the material and my own version of it. Wu-wei techniques, human rights, manipulation traps, verbal techniques, positive personal assertion, dialogues, the subconscious mind, body language, face reading, master of life awareness. Let's just try a few manipulation traps to show you what we're talking. Anger. This is an effective manipulation trap for those unnerved by openly aggressive behavior. The key here is to remain perfectly calm and continue to respond with standard assertive techniques regardless of how loud your adversary screams. Trained professionals sometimes purposely yell as a ploy to debase you. As an example, the used car salesman doesn't want to take back the car he guaranteed, so he yells at you, claiming you drove it too hard, hoping you'll get mad and leave. Criticism, insecurity. When the discussion isn't going his way, your adversary switches subjects to something personally wrong with your behavior. This causes you to get frustrated and angry and upsets your mental balance. He then returns to the original discussion and wins his point. As an example, you're not interested in going camping for the weekend, and right in the middle of the argument he brings up the fact that you are a selfish individual who never does anything except what you want to do. You begin to defend yourself on that count, and he goes back to getting his way on camping. Obligation. This is an unspoken agreement, the unsigned contract. If I let him go bowling with the boys, he'll buy me those new shoes I want. If I do this for him, he'll have to do this for me. Don't fall for it unless you've discussed it ahead of time. Letter writing is an example. I wrote you, now you owe me. Wrong. She enjoys writing letters and you don't, so there is no reason for you to be manipulated into doing so. The obligation ploy is used in all levels of business, from Christmas gifts for clients to the house-to-house cosmetic sales lady who hands you a free sample the moment you open the door. Most people take the sample, which they couldn't care less about, and then feel obligated to let the sales lady come in after she has spent 20 minutes showing her line to feel obligated to buy something. Withholding. If you do that, just wait and see how long it will be before you get any again. Withholding is a primary manipulative ploy used in close relationships. It creates extreme resentment. It can be direct or subtle. For example, a husband has been giving his wife a hard time. She represses her reactions verbally, yet come Monday morning, guess who doesn't have a shirt laundered and ready to wear for work? Helplessness. This is a situation in which those close to you claim that only you can help. Examples of helplessness manipulation traps. You're the only person I can talk to about my sexual problems. Since your father died, I'm all alone except for my daughter, and now she doesn't have time to come over. Mom, how do you expect me to wash the dishes and still do my homework all by myself? So that gives you some ideas about Dick Sutphen and how the powerful techniques that I've actually taken from him and incorporated into the oak materials. He also wrote a few poetry books that I kind of like for poetry. And paths. She has walked the paths of love and fulfillment, and they led to rejection and emptiness, but she keeps walking, looking for a path with a happier ending. Us four, you and I, and a bar of soap in the shower with a bottle of cold duck. We found at least 6 new ways to drink it without using the glass. Anyway, Dick Sutphen, one of the most powerful influences in my life personally, he's the one that turned me on to NLP, or Neuro-Linguistics Programming, which I will be talking about in my next video. Till then, I hope you enjoy this, a little glimpse into my bookshelves and resources. Thank you.